Okay, let me ask Okan Pasha a one-sentence question from where you left off. You have told us and reminded us of the historical reality. Then, if this war ends, NATO's existence will become meaningless again. In this respect, is peace an undesirable scenario?
Now, when we ask who doesn't want peace, it is actually the third week of the war that doesn't want peace, has made himself present.
England.
So now he has come to Turkey. The signing of a Russia-Ukraine agreement made everyone put down their pencils when they had them in their hands and brought it to this day. In fact, after all, from that day to this, is not pursuing a different policy. This one here, the reason for this request, with Europeans, it actually ends. Now, if this war is over, as Mr. Yashar Hoka also stated, in Europe, US military presence will somehow diminish. 15 minutes ago, Trump made a statement so that I can reduce my military presence in Europe. Now, this is undesirable for Europe, even though they saw 50, and even if they did. If you put this budget today, tomorrow, your army will not increase by 5%. Once this is budgeted, it will take a minimum of 5 to 15 years. These armies, with the utilization of this budget, they are expected to increase their capacity or to have an expansion in their capacity. Another thing is that expansion in capacity is not expansion in capability. Expansion in capability depending on capacity from experience. Now I ask the French army or the army of the United Kingdom, how many brigades are there and what are they doing? First of all, I question the land army because, the biggest fear that the Russians are giving to Europe right now, the capability gained by the Russian land army. Why? Because the Russian land army is now in a conflict with the European army, fighting on land, technologically. But as a land army, Russia has its own. What is Europe using when it uses its armed forces? It uses the power of proxy Ukraine. So, as a puppeteer, he only puts his hand in, but his body, his eyes, his ears are someone else's. And to turn it into a body, eyes, ears. Maybe impossible. Why is it maybe impossible? Because now their population is not enough for that. Because right now their population is not enough to cover it. And it's more than overpopulation. Due to their social collapse, they are now a militarized structure of states over peoples. It has turned into a situation where it cannot make an impact. This risk exists for the whole world, but for Europe, it usually precedes the world by 15 to 20 years. Because the social events in Europe will affect the other countries of the world 15 to 20 years later. Is spreading. Asia is the first point of this circulation, especially in this. Now let's come to this one here. That's how much of a rivalry it actually is. Beyond creating the unknown, Europe's the need for an enemy. Is it because it happens? Or the existence of the enemy? Is it because of their work at the point of feeling ready? Now here too, the answer to this question is actually countries, they feel strategically in an order of importance, it is because of their positioning, and this is this. At the moment, Europe's of particular strategic importance, countries, let's sort. We put France and Germany first because France has a certain industrial power, economic power, and nuclear power. The United Kingdom is not visible in Europe at the moment, but it is in NATO. It is also of strategic importance because it has nuclear power. Now, these strategic importance, because it has come to this day in direct proportion to the operability of the war machine in their hands, and at this stage, this construction machine, currently in the Russian equation, because it becomes lucrative at the point of doing a job, he doesn't want to give up this gain, especially in the United Kingdom and Europe. On the other hand, let's come to Ukraine, which is the main party to the war. Do you think Zelensky wants it? Because I think Zelensky doesn't want to either. Zelensky originally postponed the elections indefinitely because of the war, you know.
Yes.
And if the war ends and we go to elections again, after that, won't Zelensky be the person to whom the arrows will be pointed?
Of course, there are also issues to be judged.
Yes. Now, here and now. Where does that leave us, Netanyahu?
Right.
Same logic, same atrocity. Thanks to different scenarios in different geographies. And when this same scenario, thanks to the same atrocities, the beneficiaries are the same. United States and United Kingdom. 2 weeks ago, it was reported in the press that 2 British senior ranked officers in a special Russian operation in a Ukrainian town on the Black Sea coast seized, and they don't even have one. It was said that he was an MI6 agent, but no name was given, and then the British press admitted it. And he said, Army officials say they are retired but have been assigned to the region in nominal rank to take advantage of their battlefield experience. That Russia was informed that they were being used in the region and that they should be treated as prisoners of war, was said to be wanted. Russia didn't accept it because he said, after all, he was captured on the battlefield. A third-party country soldier cannot be a prisoner of war to stand trial for espionage.
Yes.
Now, right after that, 3 to 5 days later, another news came out that the British have a special relationship with Ukraine. He made a deal which Ukraine did not deny. In this deal, he obtained some upper regions from Ukraine. And it is said that these upper regions, especially the upper region on the Black Sea coast, are gaining importance. The United Kingdom did not provide any denial. Ukraine did not provide any denial. And the agreement is said to be for 100 years. Conflict. One of them makes a 100-year deal in the Caucasus. One makes a 100-year deal in Ukraine. And the worst part is that Mr. Poyraz will appreciate it much better if the British, with the Ukrainian flag, if they settle in Odessa, in the Black Sea, harmony breaks down. Our Montreux issue. He gets into big trouble. This issue will be addressed in the coming period. 1. Investigated and truth or falsity in some way or the way it develops needs to be followed. This is especially the case in Ukraine. At tomorrow's deal point, I am absolutely certain that there was a separate meeting with the United Kingdom and that the United States entered this meeting. because MI6 controls all espionage activities in the region. And this automatically provides information to where? Providing information to America's war machine.
Well,
That's
Trump
why
says that there may be other
Either-
European leaders in the second meeting besides Zelensky. Maybe the idea of bringing the United Kingdom to the table?
I mean, I think it's not going to happen anyway. See, I think that the second agreement, the second meeting or something like that, you know, that it's going to happen. I don't expect
I'll come and wait.
much. I don't have any expectations. It's a little bit of a volunteering job, so you just wait over there and I'll entertain you in the second one, sir, or I'll entertain you in the second one, sir, here. You know, I'll treat you to something, you know, for now. Let's see the other guests. You wait over there, I'll treat you here, you know. As I will present you with something new in any way, I will also offer you the benefit from here, you know, such a model of child deception. Speech. Tomorrow's meeting has already had an in-circle speech, and what he means in the in-circle speech is that the people there, again, I'm putting it in quotes, you know, it's a slang word, but I'll say it, the gassing model. So there are things that Trump has set his mind to, things that he has set his mind to, things that are completely British-oriented. I mean, what is in the land? Europe of other Europe. Neither Germany nor France has the priority here. Priority. First of all, the strategy put forward by the British is what I have just told you. Frozen conflicts.
It's diluted.
The concept of frozen conflicts is a completely British concept. What shall we say? When the interviewer enters inside, he will direct the technique of this in another way towards here. And when you say, what about Russia? What is Russia doing here? I think that Russia's silence on this Zangezur issue is also related to this meeting. I mean, I think that some things about Zangezur will probably be discussed in this meeting because, I mean, Russia, you know, in the South Caucasus. It's probably not a good omen that an American asset increase would be accepted so quickly or so quietly. I think that the issue of Beryl is one of the issues that will be brought to the agenda or put on the table or negotiated. I think it is such a Beryl. That is, it is not a Beryl on Ukrainian territory.
In other geographies, too.